Tonight we're talking thrifting and summer fashion with the wardrobe codes. Nicole, she's going to walk us through what kind of fashion we should be looking for the warm summer weather and how to find good fashion finds. You know what? I should pause that because it's not clean. She's going to be walking us through good summer finds and how to save money and still look really professional in our meeting. So stay tuned through the entire 30 minutes and use the hashtag YFEchat. Alright, so this entire week I've been thinking of the song Thrift Shop by Macklemore, and he's a Seattle legend by now, and it's all due to Nicole Longstreet of the wardrobecode.com. I'm so excited to have her on tonight because she was super gracious to just listen to my crazy idea, and I was like, Nicole, let's have a fashion show, a virtual fashion show. Let's show people what you do for thrifting. It's something I've always been interested in, but just haven't really had the time to look up, I don't even know where to go thrift shopping. I don't even know what happens. I've been into Value Village. Does that count as a thrift shop? So she's going to be talking to us about how to save money if you are on a budget because you're a startup. And she's also going to teach us how to save time by shopping online and looking for the right picks for us as we approach the summer so that we can attend meetings looking our best and be comfortable when we're working between going from the home office to the boardroom to coffee shop meetings, etc. So we're going to welcome Nicole on shortly. This is episode 64 of Young Female Entrepreneurs. I'm your host, Jennifer Dono. This is a weekly show that happens every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern here at YFElive.com. Tonight's show is brought to you by Oval Eye TV. Oval Eye TV hosts and produces live video events built to meet your objective. Visit ovaleye.tv to request a free 30-minute consultation today to find out more about going live with your brand. And so basically what's been happening here at YFE is that we're trying to create a number of really cool pieces of content. And I totally have Macklemore still up there. I thought I had the wardrobe code up. I'll have to change it in just a second, you guys. But so we've been trying to figure out what kind of content really inspires and motivates entrepreneurial women in their 20s and 30s. A lot of the stuff that we've done around YFE Chat has just been based off of my own interests as a woman who is 28 years old. I have my mom to a toddler and a business founder, which a number of you are, can understand the position I'm in as well. So that's kind of how we've revolved it, but I want to find out your feedback. So the latest at YFE, which is presented by MailChimp. MailChimp is the best way to design, send and share email newsletters, and you can get started today at MailChimp. Huge thank you to the folks at MailChimp. They sponsor YFE Chat Live, and in particular this segment where we usually do the latest at YFE. But we actually don't have any meetups coming up for the rest of May in person, and we really are just focusing on this online component right now, focusing on how to get everyone together online, how you can meet each other, and what it is that you need to build your businesses to be what you had always hoped for, I guess. So anyway, make sure that you just check your inboxes if you've signed up for Mailed It. It's really easy. If you're on YFElive.com, you can see over on the right-hand side, there's just a Mailed It link. Make sure that you click that, or if you're watching it later on iTunes or on YouTube, it's yfe.me/mailedit. It's on my computer right here. It's on this little right-hand side if you want to show that. If you can click that, sign up for our Mailed It list, and we're going to be emailing you for feedback and making it a little bit more personalized, hopefully, rather than just sending out a bulk email to our list to ask what you guys are interested in and looking forward to this summer, as a lot of our programming is going away from television and we're still all busy. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not going on a lot of summer vacations, and my kids aren't out of school or anything like that. So it's business as usual moving forward over through the summer. So before I bring Nicole in, I just want to thank everyone that showed up live. It looks like we have a lot of really cool people, and congratulations to @Corey Freeman. She was watching live last Thursday with Stacy Ferreira of My Social Cloud, who's doing a 2 billion under 20 book. Really cool opportunity. Make sure that you guys check out episode 63 if you haven't watched it already. And Corey Freeman's actually going to be featured in the book as an author now. So congrats to Corey. And so another person that we've seen in the chat a couple times is Nicole Longstreet. So Nicole is of thewardrobecode.com. She's someone that I'm sure a lot of you already know if you show up live to watch. She has a number of programs on thewardrobecode.com that teaches you how to build your wardrobe, to thrift, to do all sorts of awesome stuff. She has a lot of free content on here too, as well as some paid programs that are affordable yet very helpful. So Nicole, before I butcher your bio anymore, why don't we go ahead and bring you on to the show. Thank you so much for showing up with us live, Nicole.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about what it is that you do and how you got started, because this is really, this is kind of a dream job. Like when you're a little girl, this is what you want to do, right?
Right. Well, before I did this, I didn't do anything with fashion. I worked in design, but I wasn't working in style or fashion or at the mall or anything like that. But I started this because I kind of felt like women like myself were really kind of neglected by wardrobe stylists, by fashion. You know, we are kind of up and coming in our careers, and a lot of us don't really know what we're supposed to look like. We might have non-traditional careers and independent personalities, and we all have a signature look. But, you know, if we pay attention to the media, it kind of tells us that we all have to look a certain way. And that just wasn't for me. So I decided that I wanted to coach women across the internet. I started out doing wardrobe consulting where I'm at in Orange County, California. But eventually I kind of moved online and said, you know what, I really want to reach out to as many women as I can. And so I started my program, Style Camp, where I'm able to coach any woman as long as she has an internet connection and an ability to meet with me.
Very cool. And then also on the sidebar, and I've seen a couple Facebook updates about this. What is the Wardrobe Bible?
Oh, the Wardrobe Bible. So the Wardrobe Bible is going to be a completely comprehensive manual for building your wardrobe. It's going to cover all of the garments that you need to have in your wardrobe. It's basically all about building a good wardrobe foundation so that you can bring in other items that kind of suit your taste whenever they become trendy, and you'll always have that wardrobe foundation.
I think that's really smart, you know, because I've read InStyle magazine since I was like 12. And they always do something every few issues where it's kind of like a fold out and explains the staple pieces that everyone should have. But there's some kind of disconnect between reading what's, you know, on the page to actually going out and buying it and cleaning out your closet and making it organized and really realizing what kind of pieces fit your personality and your business type. So does the Wardrobe Code, do you do anything for that kind of actionable piece where I feel like so much is missing from someone like me that doesn't understand fashion at all, to where you can actually feel your best and look your best every day?
Yeah, that's actually what the Wardrobe Bible is going to be. And, you know, there's a lot of magazines do that. There's also a lot of wardrobe books that prescribe this kind of list of essentials. And it ticks off all of the different things that every woman has to have in her wardrobe. And it's usually, there's a lot of the same things that are always on these lists. And it's normally like a neutral suit and a black turtleneck and a white t-shirt. And those might be great for some women, but those essentials really aren't right for all women. You know, I know a lot of women, I have a lot of women who are clients who would never wear a suit, like a business suit. That's just not what they wear. And that's okay. It would be kind of odd if they wore a suit. For other women, it's totally fine. The black turtleneck, I've never liked wearing turtlenecks, but I might wear a black D-neck sweater. And then a white t-shirt. I just really try to avoid wearing white in general. That's just me. I'm kind of clumsy, so I just really avoid wearing a white t-shirt because I know I'm going to spill coffee on it or something like that. So what I'm doing in the Wardrobe Bible is I'm giving you a really good cross-section of, for example, pants. We're going to go through all of the different types of pants so that you can choose the right one for your style, your lifestyle, your body type, all of that.
That makes sense. So, all right, before we go into, because Nicole put together a whole list of really awesome summer finds, like gorgeous pictures that I got so excited about. And at the very end, she has a video of her actually on location thrifting and teaching us how to do it. So it's going to be really cool. But before we get started, you brought up something that was interesting about the idea that most magazines say, you know, you need to have a neutral suit or something like that, and you say that, okay, women, not all women have to have that. Now, YFE recently took over Bootstrap Book Club from Kickstart Kitchen, and one of the questions that was posed by one of our hosts was something to the effect of what was a negative thing that happened to you in the workplace, and someone commented that their boss was someone that said, men, you know, you're casual, you can wear shirts and jeans basically to the office, but women, it's expected of you to look perfect or to look professional, basically. Do you think that there's a discrepancy between the way that we as business owners look at other business owners that are female versus male? Do you think that we have an expectation that men they can show up in jeans and a t-shirt and it's totally cool, but if a woman shows up in jeans and a t-shirt, it's absolutely faux pas?
Yeah, I think so. I think that there's always a double standard between men and women. I think that, just like you can show a heavier man on TV and it's funny, if you show like a heavier woman on TV, it's like they don't want to show that. So I think that there's always a double standard when it comes to men and women. So it's really unfortunate that it's like that.
Well, so at the Stacey Harris is saying that she has a firm no suit rule. And Stacey, shout out to Stacey. She's on YF Entrepreneur's Twitter handle. She's at the Stacey Harris. She is so much fun. So make sure that if you guys are watching live that you tweet out to at the Stacey Harris. Again, she's on the YF Entrepreneur Twitter handle. We're all tweeting under YFE Chat. If you have a question for Nicole about what it is that you're wearing and what you're trying to prepare or how to look a specific way, if you have a meeting coming up, then tweet it out or comment with it. But Nicole, let's get to the fashion pieces that you picked out for summer. The stuff that, you know, the weather's heating up. How do we still look professional while looking our best and staying cool? So can you walk us through a few of the pieces?
Yeah, definitely. If you're working from home or if you're working in a semi-casual environment, I think that dresses are the easiest thing. It's one less decision to make in the morning. It's just one piece. You're putting together a look. So I think any sort of knee-length dress or maybe just a little bit above the knees is something that's going to be really good for summer. You want to look for something that's a knit so that it's breathable and you can wear it and it's going to be comfortable, and something that has some shape to it. You want to show your body, regardless of your size. You want to show your body. You don't want to be kind of in a big balloon of a dress. You never want to wear anything that's really kind of baggy like that. And you might see that I included a picture of a big maxi dress with a big international no over it. I've kind of gotten a little bit of flack from saying, I don't want women wearing these big giant maxi dresses anymore. I just think that their time has come and gone. And if you want to wear them at home, if you're not working and you're being comfortable, that's, if it's your day off, that's totally fine. But I just think that it's not something that makes you feel professional. And if you're wearing something while you're working, you always want to, even if you're working from home, you always want to feel as professional as you can.
I think that's funny because I've seen a lot of celebrities wear those like looser, longer dresses, and I've tried them on before, and I have such a short frame that I look ridiculous in all of them, and I'm always so upset. I'm just like, what? How does that work out?
It doesn't matter if you dress it up with like a leather jacket or a hat. It just always looks so sloppy to me.
It really does. But I like that. I've always loved the idea of dresses and that it's just one piece and you don't have to think about, or do these pants match, etc. So along with the dresses, what other tips would you give us for finding the right piece then?
Finding the right piece, it always has to fit you well. That's probably your main concern. You always want whatever you're wearing to fit you as good as possible. Now, if it's a dress, you want to, if you need to, wear any kind of supportive undergarment. So Spanx. Spanx makes garments for the bottom half as well as the top half, so they make camisoles and everything. But beyond that, just fit the best quality that you can afford, definitely quality over quantity. So if that means that you're buying less things, if you don't have as much in your wardrobe, but what's in your wardrobe is really good quality, then you're better off that way.
At NK KK Steele is saying, hee hee, sweatpants for life. Full life. Sorry, I didn't say that right. Hashtag sweatpants for life. I like I would be yoga pants for life. Is that like a fashion faux pas? You know what? Okay, funny story. So we're out here in the Seattle area, and Kathy Lee and Hoda came to like Pike Place Market like last year, I think, maybe a couple years ago, and it was a big deal. They came out here and they did a Seattle fashion piece, and it used to be like the grunge flannel thing here in Seattle, and now they made fun of us because everyone wears like their North Face and also yoga pants all day. They're like, the women here plan to go to the gym and they never go to the gym, but they act like they went to the gym and they wear their gym clothes all day. And my mom and I, who's my business partner, were in the office and we looked at each other and we were in our yoga gear. So
it's comfortable. It's I think that we make comfort a priority, and it definitely should absolutely be a priority, because when you wear something that you're not comfortable with, you might get cranky, you're not feeling your best. So you always want to be comfortable, most definitely. But I think that collectively we've all kind of fallen into a little bit of a rut with yoga pants and maxi dresses. And I just think that when you feel, or when you're put together, when you have a great outfit on, you feel so much more put together. And I think that that's a mindset thing. That's something that's going to make you feel great about what you're doing, and it's going to make you more productive. It's going to make you a better business person, most definitely.
Well, so let's talk about the blouses, because you have a number of blouses that you picked out that are really, really pretty, and none of them, like, I own a bunch of shirts. I bought this shirt a few years ago. Like, I am the worst fashion victim ever, and somehow when I look around at all the other startup founders and I think, wow, how can they afford such gorgeous wardrobes? And I just am like, you're working off of ramen noodles sometimes. And but then again, I think everyone is different. Everyone has different spouses and different situations, but at the same time. So anyway, so I'm definitely in need of this blouse lesson. Can you share with us what it is that you picked out and why you picked certain pieces over others?
Yeah, definitely. I really love the combo of, depending on where the weather's at, where you're at. Here in Southern California, it tends to stay pretty mild. It really doesn't get above like 90, and 90 is like in the middle of August. But if you're obviously in Phoenix, then it's going to be a lot warmer. So this combo doesn't necessarily work everywhere, but I really like the idea of a loose kind of cotton blouse, something that's really breathable, maybe 3/4 sleeves, maybe a little bit longer, with a pair of shorts. Because I think that it's something that you can dress up really nicely. You can put on a great pair of sandals with it, a good kind of like chunky like chain necklace, all kinds of accessories, and it still looks put together, but you're going to feel professional enough to where if you needed to meet with someone, you could. And you probably want to keep those shorts at least a 5-inch inseam if you are meeting with clients, anything like that. You don't want those to be too short.
It's like the fingertip check. Did you guys have that in like middle school where they come around and check to make sure your shorts go down to your fingertips?
Yeah.
So at Chickpreneur is on the chat saying, this made me laugh. I'm so guilty of this. I feel excused if I'm in yoga pants when I'm out, as if I just came from yoga. And I think that way sometimes too. I'm like, they don't know that I didn't go to the gym.
True.
So yeah, I think you brought up some good points when it comes to the blouses and how we can make sure that they're comfortable and the way that they fit. So, what about pairing the blouses with shorts? Because I know that you have a number of shorts that you prepared with. What's the rule on, you said the fingertips pieces, but is there a rule on saying like I can show up to this meeting in shorts, but I can't show up to this type of an event in shorts? What's the rule as far as like dress etiquette goes in business? And do you feel like there really is one? I mean, you're down in LA, like you were saying. I feel like it's a little bit different there, but maybe it's not.
For sure. I think it depends on your industry. If your industry, like my industry, like I could probably show up to a meeting wearing shorts with a client, but probably not. I do have a couple of corporate clients, so probably not with a corporate client. If it's kind of a B2C client, then you can probably do that, but it really depends on your industry. I mean, if you're a lawyer, that's probably not a good idea. If you are dealing with people's money in any way, shorts are probably not a good idea. So you really want to make sure that it aligns with the industry that you're in. If it's a creative industry, then go for it. If it's more financial, insurance, it's probably not a good idea. But I wanted to go back to those yoga pants for just a minute, and really the maxi dress. I think it's an easy choice. I think that we're so pressed for time. Even, some of us have kids, some of us don't, but I feel like the morning is always hectic. No matter what we're doing, no matter who we are, the morning is always hectic because we're rushing to start our day. And it's possible to have a look that looks great without kind of falling back on yoga pants. It's a crutch. It really is a crutch. Yoga pants, the maxi dresses, it's a crutch because it's so easy to do. And what I believe is if you have a good wardrobe where you love everything in your wardrobe, if it's nice and neat and organized, it doesn't have to be perfect, but if it's organized where you know where everything is, you can create an outfit that works, that's comfortable, as quickly as you can put on a pair of yoga pants.
Now, do you teach people how to organize their wardrobes then too?
Absolutely. That's part of Style Camp. So what they do in Style Camp is they get their closet organized and edited. I teach them how to edit their own wardrobe. And then their final project is to make 30 outfits with their existing wardrobe.
Nice. 30.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
30.
It's like those magazines where I look at it and they say 5 ways to wear this shirt, and I'm always excited about that. And I only wear everything one way. So I think that would be really cool to check out. So we've got a couple things that are happening in the chat. So the Stacey Harris is saying that she's in her pink concert t-shirt she got in February and yoga pants. At the Stacey Harris is my kind of girl. And then Corey at Corey Freeman is asking for tips because poor Corey. So she wants some tips as far as the not so girly girl type is on that the not so girly girl dressing type, which I know there's a lot of people out there, especially engineers, all sorts of different fields where you don't necessarily want to come to work dressed in like full on blouse, cute top, and all that that frilly stuff. Maybe your interests are just different. Do you have any tips for them as far as what to show up in if you're still trying to be professional and to set yourself apart and make sure that your brand is out there, yet you don't want to go as far as, the blouse with the frills?
Right. Yeah. And we always want to be true and authentic. We never want to dress in a way that really isn't our true selves. So for women who don't necessarily take on that feminine of a look, I included several different pairs of pants in the slideshow. So what I really like are the pants that are cropped right at the ankle, especially for summer, because they're a lot cooler. They're a little bit shorter. They're going to let in a little bit. They're going to allow your ankles to breathe at least, and you can show off your shoes. So I love ankle pants, and I think that getting inspired by some menswear, maybe kind of like, I think I also in the blouses I included a checked button-down shirt. Now it's pink, so you don't have to go with pink, but I think embracing any kind of like menswear inspired garment is a good idea. So pants, a really easy button-down shirt with a collar, or even kind of like a pullover with a collar would work too.
That's fun. So this is all a lot of really good information, especially for people like myself. Like I've been saying, if you're just showing up live, I am wardrobe challenged, and I'm pressed for time, pressed for money, and pressed for also like for anyone that's a mom of a toddler. I go through a few shirts during the day. I have different stages in my work day. So I have like the period before 7:30 that I get work done where it's just me and my yoga pants. And then usually from 7:30 to 9 is something like coffee drips or like peanut butter hands get on my clothes. And then like there's workout clothes. Like I'm kind of like a toddler in that I go through probably 8 changes of clothes during the day. But so anyway, these were all great tips. But Nicole, we're running out of time, so I want to make sure that people get to see a lesson in thrift shopping. Let me see if I can bring up really fast on your blog. You have some like dedication to this idea of, it's a popular trend with young women too, is the idea that we reuse, recycle, and even for our clothes, borrow type of thing. So why do you recommend people get into thrifting?
Well, I think the number one reason, aside from it saving money, is that it allows you to create a really unique look. So if everybody's shopping at the mall, we're probably all shopping at roughly the same stores. There's probably a handful of boutiques and stores that we're all kind of shopping at. So it's possible that we're all going to come up with a look that's really, really similar. Whereas when you shop at a thrift store, you're shopping kind of this really vast sea of clothing that's all of mixed origin. So they all came from different times, different people with personal styles. So you've got really kind of the ultimate variety. So when you shop in a thrift store, as long as you're shopping with an open mind, you're able able to find things that really appeal to you, because when you're shopping, again, that huge selection of, things of mixed origin, what appeals to you is strikingly obvious. You're shopping in, something that appeals to you, you're going to find it so much quicker than if you went into like a J. Crew where everything might kind of appeal to you.
I think that's a great point, because you're missing the marketing that a lot of those J. Crews, etc. have, so they feel it makes you feel like that was meant for you, even though it's really not your style. So let's go ahead and play the video of Nicole showing us a little bit about how it is that we can tackle those thrift shops, because they're intimidating for me. It's a lot of stuff, and I really liked how you broke it down. So let's go ahead and check that out.
Hi, we're here at the Goodwill of Orange County boutique in Tustin, California, and the weather is heating up, so I'm going to talk to you today about what to wear if you're a young female entrepreneur and you work from home. So one of the things that you want to consider doing if you are a bootstrapping entrepreneur, you don't have a lot of money, but you need to look great, is you really want to think about shopping your local thrift store. Now, when you go into a thrift store, what you want to do is try and shop the section that you want to shop in as thoroughly as possible. So you want to get in, you really want to touch every garment, you want to look at everything, because what you're looking for is kind of the sartorial needle in the haystack. There's a lot of stuff that's been donated, there's a lot of stuff that's in the store, and you're searching because it's a thrift store and they don't have all sizes of one particular garment. You're looking for one thing that fits you, that looks great. You really need to be as thorough as possible. Look through every garment, look at every garment, touch every garment, see what the quality is, see what the label is on the inside. Is it a brand that you like and recognize? And just be really liberal about what you pick out for yourself, what you put in your cart, what you try on, because you never know what's going to fit you and what's going to look great. So one of the things that I recommend for women who work at home, women entrepreneurs who work at home, is dresses. I like dresses because, number one, they can be really comfortable, but also if it's just one piece, that's your outfit, that's one less decision to make. You throw on a dress, you're dressed for the day if you're working from home, and you're ready to go. So if dresses aren't your thing, then you can definitely put together some great comfortable outfits for the warmer weather. What I would suggest are picking up a few pair of longer dress shorts, and then you want to pair that with a good variety of breathable, sleeveless, and short sleeve tops. So we've got several here that totally work with dress shorts. Something that's cotton, a nice pattern on it, and even a nice ruffle tape. Now, if you need to go out, make it a little bit more professional, just add a jacket, some good shoes, and a nice handbag, and you're all set. One item that I think is really important for both a professional and comfortable summer wardrobe are sleeveless tops. And the reason why I like sleeveless tops is because obviously they're a lot cooler to wear because they cover less of you. But they can also go under jackets if you need them to. So as you can see, just by adding a jacket, it instantly dresses up these sleeveless tops. To add to these outfits, you want to add to them to stay, again, comfortable and cool, but also professional. Is you could do a pair of long shorts like this, and as you can see, this goes with either one of these combos. You can add a black skirt. That's easy. If you wanted to be a little more daring, maybe you could add something that has a print to it. Building a professional wardrobe that's also functional and comfortable for the summertime is easy when you have certain pieces that all work together.
Before we let Nicole go, because that was a whole lot of information for everyone as far as, getting our juices moving. At the very beginning, when we talked about the different outfits that you could pick up and the different pieces, whether they're blouses or pants, etc., is there anywhere specific? Because even at Corey Freeman was saying, that doesn't look like my Goodwill. Is there places online that you recommend people check out as far as online shopping goes? Places that have good reputations or maybe are easier to shop, better suited for young female entrepreneurs?
Yeah, I am really a big fan of JCPenney. I think that they've got a great site. They have great clothes that are affordable. It's definitely a few steps up from Forever 21 and H&M quality-wise. I think that they have a lot of really, really great garments for women who are kind of straddling being in the professional world, but also kind of forging ahead on their own career. A few of those images I got from Ann Taylor Loft, J. Crew. Macy's is always a good site. There are a couple of fantasy images in there from Net-a-Porter.com, which is my favorite place to cruise for really high-end fashion inspiration.
Very cool. Yeah, we're showing a couple of those. They are really, really pretty. Is there any kind of renting of clothes sites? Are you for or against it? Rent the Runway?
I've heard about that. I haven't done it. I kind of like to own everything that I have. I can't imagine falling in love with something and then having to give it back.
What about that app? The app? Have you heard of the app? The one where you can like thrift on your iPhone, basically, where you put up stuff and then.
Oh yeah, Poshmark
Yeah.
and Threadflip.
Yeah.
That's kind of like a social network. In fact, I just did a webinar about this. That's kind of like a social network that you really have to establish a community with. So it's not like eBay where you can just put your stuff up for sale and sell it. You really kind of like have to make those connections in the community. So if you're really all about fashion, those are great.
Seems like it's a very like fashion blogger. That's how I know of it, is because all of the fashion blogger people I follow are up on that site. So,
Yeah.
Nicole, that was all great information. So moving forward, I know you've got the Wardrobe Bible that's coming out, and you've got Style Camp going on. You've got so many different things. Is there anything specific that you want people to do to keep in touch with you moving forward?
Yes, definitely sign up for my weekly fashion pep talk. It's called Collages and Commentary, and every week I send out either a video or a tip or a collage, something for my readers so that they can help improve their wardrobe. I also share special offers with my subscribers that I don't share on Twitter or Facebook. And then anytime I test a new product, anything like that, I use my subscribers to help me do that. So they get first
Cool.
dibs on everything. Yeah,
Oh,
and
very
then.
cool.
The last thing, I just wanted to challenge everybody to try and plan at least 2 outfits from your wardrobe so that you can kind of avoid falling into a rut of either working in your pajamas or yoga pants or that maxi dress. Just try and plan 2 outfits. Just go to your closet, try and plan 2 outfits for the next 2 days for yourself.
That's an easy challenge. So for everyone that's watching, let's play with this, because I'm all about the challenge. I want to make sure that I look my best too, and that I get out of the yoga pants rut. So I'm going to use the YFE chat hashtag, and if any of you do the same and you take up Nicole's challenge, make sure that you post it on YFE chat so we can share a picture of you looking your best. Selfies are all the way approved here with YFE. The more selfies, the better. The more we can see you looking your best out, and especially out and about, photos of what it is that you're doing. I think it's always inspirational to see another young woman who's building a business out, just so you can kind of self-identify almost and say, oh yeah, I get it, I'm just like that. So anyway, Nicole, where can we find you online again?
TheWardrobeCode.com.
Perfect. Well, Nicole, thank you so much for being with us on tonight. I really appreciate it, and for all the work that you did leading up to tonight, the video and everything. It was awesome.
Great. Thank you so much.
All right, so everyone, we've been watching Nicole Longstreet of thewardrobecode.com. She grilled us in summer wardrobing and making sure that we create 2 new outfits out of our closet and be well prepared so that we avoid the yoga pants syndrome, which, you know what, actually, Nicole, she's still listening, she's muted out, but that is the number one, this is kind of embarrassing, but YFE does really well with search engines, but our number one searched for phrase is how to wear yoga pants, because one of the bloggers I followed a long time ago wrote a guest blog for us, and that is still our number one blog post on youngfemaleentrepreneurs.com is how to wear yoga pants. It's nutty. So anyway, thank you to Nicole for being on the show. She did such a fantastic job. Lots of inspiration. Thank you for everyone that showed up, especially at Corey Freeman, at Nikki Steele, and NKK Steele, I believe, is her Twitter handle. Or maybe it's not. Maybe that's just the chat one. At the Stacey Harris for doing the YF Entrepreneur one. Even Sandy Stu showed up. You guys, thanks so much for showing up live next Thursday. Oh my gosh, I am thrilled. So I'm still trying to nail down all the details and make sure that everyone is confirmed for next Thursday, but it's going to be a really crazy show. Like, weird movie type weirdness. Like, if you've wanted to push yourself at the end of 2013 and try something new, do something different, make a challenge, you need to show up next Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern. Make sure that you sign up for Mailed It, because I'll let everyone know on the list before, once I get everything confirmed. But next Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern, and make sure that you check out for our feedback emails. I'll hopefully be able to email some of you personally and see what it is that we can do better. But again, check out thewardrobecode.com. This has been Jennifer Dono with youngfemaleentrepreneurs.com. I hope to see you next week.